Hi guys, this is Adam with Adrenaline Cycles coming at you with the on-road video today. We're going to be discussing the new Rykers for 2021 and a few little changes we've caught here and there since we've got the models in for the year. But before we get too far into that, let me go ahead and get you guys to hit the like and subscribe on this so you can stay up to date with what we got going on. It doesn't cost anything and it helps us out on the channel. We'll jump back in here on this. All right guys, so we're going to walk around this unit now and go over some of the new things for 2021. Obviously with the Ryker you get two options, a 900cc engine or a 600cc engine. This one is a 900 here. One good thing about these models is pricing is really good. MSRP on this model here where it's the 900 is $10,199, which this one has the upgraded panels on it, so you don't get this, you'll get the standard red, black, or yellow panels, but this one we did put the upgraded panels on, and they're really super easy to change out. But all in all, aesthetics wise, you know, the suspension and all that stuff's the same for 2021. One of the biggest things I did notice was that they come out and put a gas cap on these newer models. Before, when you'd open it up, you just had the hole here and this slid over it and covered it up. This year, like I said, they've offered a gas cap and it's tied to it, so you shouldn't lose it. Just goes in there and helps. I don't know what the reason was when we seen it in 2020. We thought first thing you get water down in there, especially if you're out riding in a downpour. It's probably gonna get some water in your fuel. So we seen that as an issue and it got fixed pretty quick, looks like on BRP's side, so that's really good. Also on the machines, one thing we really like about these is the adjustable pedals here. You can move them back and forth so you can fit it to whatever need that you have as far as leg length, and then it just locks back in place. Really great feature, really cool. Works out really good. Another feature as far as, you know, these moving, you can move the handlebars so you get really, you know, the custom fit that you want, and it's toolless. Again, you know, really great feature. You don't have any tools to get it locked back down and work for you. Some things I've seen people do to these models is obviously they'll change these up to get, you know, their own custom look, tank bags, you know, hand guards, you know, a little different mirror setup. So they run a lot of different things. That's one of the biggest things I think, along with price point, is the customizability of this to be able to make it your own ride. So that's really cool. And speaking of that, when you're at dealers, this is a tool here that BRP, you know, has available for dealers. And what it does is it allows you to build your machine and look at it 3D on the screen. So we'll do a quick walkthrough on that. So it's all touchscreen. So we'll pick what unit we got. Like I said, there's a 600 Ryker, and here's the price on it, $87.99. So that's really cool. It tells you where you're starting out at as far as MSRP goes. Here's the Ryker with 900As, and then the Rally Edition. We're still waiting to get ours in, and there's some differences on those we'll go over in another video. We'll start out with a 900 here. And like I said, you can scroll it around to get a look at whatever you want to see there. So let's go ahead and change the color of it. So we'll go to some really nice exclusive panels. Let's try pink. Go ahead. So now we've got the pink panels on. This is an Epic panel set. As you can see, it comes with the lower hood piece. And like I said, this lets you see what you're going to get here. So now that we got that, let's go ahead and pick out some other stuff we might want to add to it. Say we need a windshield. It gives you options here. You can get the adjustable sport windshield, or we can get the adventure windshield. So we'll get the adventure one. So it plops it on there. We also want some hand guards. Yeah, go ahead, because the hand guard makes you take the mounts to put them on. So we'll scroll back out and you can see that and check that thing out. It's got all the stuff on there. So we'll close out of that. Let's go ahead and add, got to have a back seat, so let's put a back seat on there so your better half can ride with you or whatever. And we're going to put the max mount on. You got to have that to put the seat on, and then we're going to go ahead and add the passenger seat to that, and there you go. Now the coolest thing about doing all that, as you're building your machine, it puts the price over here for you, so you see that. Now you can view the full summary of it and say you got everything you want on here. It breaks it down, and then you just hit send, and that'll send it over to my guys up front, and they'll have all this ready for you, and they can make it all happen really quick. It does save a lot of time. And one thing about it is it lets you see the the bike that you built in 3D. So that's a really cool feature, and that's something that's provided by BRP for the dealers, you know, as long as you pay for it. Some other things about this model that I like to talk about is it's an automatic transmission. So basically you got a forward gear and a reverse gear, and that's all you got. So it makes it really, you know, driver friendly, especially people starting out that's not real familiar with it, or say you're a little older and you have issues maybe working the clutch, or you know, working your feet back and forth and things like that. So this allows you to have a little bit more ease of driver use with the way it's set up, with the shifting from forward to reverse, and that's all you have. Storage is pretty limited to start out with. I mean, you get the little box underneath the hood, and you can see, man, you might get a phone, a wallet, maybe a water bottle in there. You're not getting a whole lot. So you really, you know, the max mount I think is one of the main necessities to put on here, because then you can put some different stuff on here. I'll show you on the screen. Let's go back. Storage options on the back. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so here's like a tunnel bag. We want to add that. Go ahead, and it should pull the seat off, and it did. So now I got a bag on the back. On my seat mount, that Q-Link bag goes on there and works out really well. Again, like I said, you can change stuff up. You can take both. So if, you know, your buddy's riding with you, your spouse, whoever is riding on the back, today, tomorrow, literally toolless, you can take that seat off and put that box on there and have storage to go on a longer ride, or put your stuff on that you're taking to work or to your buddy's house or whatever. So a really cool feature. Really worth checking out at a dealer. You know, come into our shop here, you can check it out. We don't bother you, let you just, you know, go over it. It's like a giant tablet, all touch screen. So we'll jump over to another unit. We'll jump over to our wrapped unit, and we'll show you some, you know, stuff on that one as well. All right, guys, this is a Ryker here we took and we put a full graphics kit on. And this comes from Ryker Wraps. We've done these wraps on a couple Rykers for, you know, our demos personally, and then a couple customers wanted some, you know, custom stuff. So we've done that, give them, you know, a different look. Like I said, customizability is really a big issue for a lot of people, and they really want to have that, you know, just the sweetest looking machine they can have, and this definitely gets yours standing out in the crowd. Notice on this one we didn't put a windshield, but, you know, in Kentucky, just riding any of these bikes, you know, I really recommend wearing a helmet with a full face shield. Just, man, it's not worth losing an eye out, and a windshield is great to keep some of the wind off, but, you know, a nice helmet really works out. This model here, we did put some nice hand guards on these. These are actually brought over from the off-road industry, and these are Power Mad. We just went with black ones here on this one. They mount right on here, help protect your hands from wind, rain, debris, rocks. Especially, that is one thing with these bikes here, you know, where it is, you know, a little lower to the ground than, I think, you know, a normal crotch rocket. Your hands can be susceptible to, you know, rocks and things flying up behind cars, a little more than what if you was up higher on like a crotch rocket or something. But you know, this model, we did put the hand guards on. As you notice, they work well with the mirrors. They don't interfere any way, shape, or form there. And you know, that's, you know, one thing we like to have, you know, on something that we ride is definitely some hand guards, and we did put them on this model, as well as the wrap, and, you know, it just gives it a whole different look than what we was looking at over there. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, comment down below, and we'll go from there.